Hey, I want to continue up on our amendment series again. We've got sulfate of potash and I've got rock phosphate. Now, our sulfate of potash is a good source of potassium. Now, it is actually a salt that's mined from underground deposits that were formed from evaporated seabeds over 1 million years ago. So it is going to have some of those trace minerals in there too, not so much as like your azomite does, but it is going to be what your potassium is. Now, potassium is going to help to open up your flower sites. Now, it is with phosphorus. I'm going to dive in deep with that later about like all of our macro and micronutrients. But just a little thing that phosphorus does do is it can help with your plants to fight off stress and diseases. It helps to assist the uptake of the food that you're actually giving to your plants, and it also opens up flower sites. That's the main thing, is it's going to open up those flower sites, especially on a cannabis plant. It's in the very beginning. That's when you're going to give more phosphorus to that plant to help to initialize more flower sites to eventually have larger fruits and flowers off of that. Now, you can apply this every 4 weeks. Now, applying this is anywhere from about a half a pound to a pound per 100 square feet. Indoor use, again, I would take it easy on it. Maybe start with like a half of a tablespoon to maybe a full tablespoon per gallon of soil. Again, these macronutrients are very easy to overdo it. Phosphorus, potassium. So that's why I always go in a little bit lower. And in all honesty, I really only use this sulfate of potash in my outside garden just because I'll put it in on the early spring. So that way it's got time to break down. Now, you can top dress with it as well. And again, like every 4 weeks is fine, because not only will it help root development, especially on like roses and shrubs and things like that, it will help root development, and then you're going to get those larger fruits and flowers towards in late summer when they do start to fruit and flower. And next we've got rock phosphate. Now, rock phosphate is actually mined from clay deposits, which is a sedimentary rock. So now these rocks, they do take some time to break down. Now, they're water soluble, and depending on the particle size is going to determine how fast these are going to break down. Again, I'll apply this one in the early spring as well at about 10 pounds per 100 square feet. Now, your soft rock phosphate, that's your phosphorus. Phosphorus is what increases the density of those fruits and flowers. Your potassium opens up flower sites. Phosphorus density is where that always comes from. That's why you'll usually see higher numbers for like blooming nutrients, whether even like flower hardeners. You'll see like a 0, 22, 35 or something like that. But what that's doing is it's open up sites and it's doing your density as well. Now, rock phosphate can last up to 5 years off of one application. So you got to take it easy with that, because it is a slow release phosphorus. There are ways to speed this up, because also with this, it is only available at more acidic levels, like 5.5 or below. So adding this in the spring, you would want to add some acidic compost to it, and adding that compost is going to help to kind of use that acidity to break it down faster. You can always use enzymes as well. Now, there is a good one. There's Mammoth P. I'll go over that one later, but it has 5 beneficial microbes that make your plant uptake phosphorus. So what that's doing is it's helping to break down that phosphorus to become available to your plants. So there are ways of kind of speeding it up, but without those, it can take up to 5 years before it's finally completely released into your soils. Another one that I don't really use indoor, it's another one that I'll do outdoor. Honestly, both of these, I like to use them outdoor, because on my indoor plants, there's such a fast fruiting and flowering. You know, we're usually done in 12 to 14 weeks, and you're not going to see as big of benefits from these as you would in your outdoor garden. Hopefully this was some good info for you guys. Tune back in with me next week. I've got a few more amendments to go over, but I also want to do one on humics and fulvics, where they are, where they come from, and all that fun stuff. Y'all have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good one.